Welcome back to Sports Fans Only with your boy, Sean Mack. And today I'm here for another reaction video. But first, remember, if you like today's content, make sure you like the video and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Couldn't do it without y'all. We appreciate it. So I'm doing my thing on my off day, Monday and Tuesday. And I'm listening to YouTube as I always do. I like to get my content from YouTube. It's other, as well as other places, but definitely on YouTube. And I hear Charles Barkley, and I realize it's a short that I'm on, and he's talking about Nikola Jokic. And he's saying that Nikola Jokic, the Denver Nuggets should get Jokic some more help because they're wasting his best years and they're wasting his career away. He only has one championship, for those that don't know. But just like many other teams, when you win a championship, the next year you can't pay a lot of people. That's why it's so impressive what Kansas City did with Patrick Mahomes and them, because they won championships, got rid of Tyreek Hill, got rid of people, and just kept reinventing themselves. So I think he's right on that note, but it got me thinking, if Nikola Jokic does not win another championship for the rest of his career, where would we put him? Would he still be considered one of the greatest players of all times? Because I think a lot of people thinking that he would be, because he's going to win more championships, he's going to put up more big numbers. So that got me thinking, and I'm like, let's do a video on it. So here we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a listen to what Charles Barkley had to say, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary and spitting some more of that hot fire. Holla.
I will say this about Denver, though. I hope they make a trade. You cannot waste a Joker's career. He is the best player in the world.
They won a championship.
I know, but he's like, they could win again. They let two guys go off the bench that were very vital to them winning the championship. They bench is weaker than water.
And Chuck, I think you need to add Jamal need to step his game back.
Well, Jamal needs to step up, but you got to bring some guys off the bench. Yeah, they won a championship, but they just let guys go. If you got a guy that great, you got to win some more, because he got another 5 years. When he gets older, his game gonna still be fine, because he's not the most athletic brother in the world. But I'm telling you, you cannot waste this guy's prime. This guy's the best player in the world. Get greedy.
All right. Y'all heard what Charles had to say. I agree with him. That's not what I'm here to talk about, but I do agree with him. I agree with him wholeheartedly. They need to get him at least one more big man and maybe one more wing player that can guard and that can shoot threes. But let's take a look at, as y'all know, when I do these, I try to dive a little deeper into what just talking about it, and dive a little deep and see, would he be an all-time great if he wins no more championships? I'm speaking on Nikola Jokic, that is. We're going to go with his career stats. Nikola's career stats: 21.5 points per game, 10.9 rebounds, and 7.2 assists per game. Those are some gaudy numbers. Those are monster numbers. But check out this year's stats. 29.2 per game, points that is, 12.6 rebounds, and 10.4 assists. He's on beast mode. They're probably gonna give it to Alexander from OKC, but that's probably from voter fatigue. But I definitely agree that Jokic probably do deserve the championship this year. But my man doing this thing, they're number one in the West, so I can't hate on the OKC and Alexander. Yeah, I can't. So, but what I want to talk about is his dominance over the past, let's say, 4 years. I've been watching basketball for over 30 years, and I have to say, his dominance on the court and what he's doing right now is just, it's not better, but it's just as equal as to any MJ 4-year run, Kobe 4-year run, Shaq 4-year run, Bird 4-year run, and Magic Johnson 4-year run. Name any of the greats, and I'll put Nikola Jokic numbers on a 4-year run in his prime up against anybody's, and that's just a guaranteed fact. It's my opinion, but I've watched basketball, and I'm pretty sure a lot of aficionados out there and people that's watched a lot of basketball, not the young people, I mean people that's watched a lot of basketball, decades of basketball, would say the same thing. Unless they're just hating on him. It happens. Now, the thing is, if he plays long enough, he'll get it. But what we're not sure about Jokic is, will he play long enough? He has other interests. He liked the horse racing and the little mini horses and those little carts that look like they're in Rome somewhere racing. I know they're not in Rome, but it looked like Rome back in the days in those little carriages. and he has other interests like his family and other things. But basketball seems to be like number 4, number 3 on his list of things that he really care about in his life. But he grew up hard. He's from Serbia, and they have a rough upbringing. We think we have enough of rough upbringing in some of our hard-stricken communities. It's nothing like him. He's from a war-torn community, so it's totally different. So if he plays long enough, he'll definitely get there. But if he don't, we'll see, because his interest is in other places, as I said. I want y'all to remember this. He's doing all of this with no athleticism. That boy can't jump off a curb. He can't jump onto a curb. He like an ant probably can jump higher than Jokic. But right there, that's how much he probably jumps. So he's doing this with no athleticism. I don't know if I've ever seen a player that produces so much on the basketball court, from scoring to rebounding to assists, and his defense isn't that bad. But I've never seen someone produce that much on the court, and he's not athletic in anything. I'm going to give it 3 seconds and see what is he athletic in. Well, I give him this. When someone's trying to set a pick on him, he does roll off the pick pretty well. He does use his hips well. That's something that he opens up with his hips, and he covers a large amount of ground because of his size and the way he opens up his hips when they're setting picks and he's getting back to his man. So he got the length, and he opens up the hips. That's one thing. I don't know if that's athleticism, but to me, it is a skill and it is athleticism. But that's the only thing that he can do that's pretty much athletic. In researching, I realized it seemed like something we just found out about, Nikola Jokic in the last 2-3 years or whatever, but he's been in the league for 10 years now. So he's been putting in a lot of work. As I said, his career stats is 21.5 points per game, 10.9 rebounds, and 7.2 assists per game. Those are gaudy numbers. Those are Hall of Fame numbers right there, especially with the championship. But Nikola is just one of those peoples that he doesn't look flashy. He doesn't look good. It's nothing that's going to catch your eye. You have to be really into basketball and really like basketball and the intricacies of basketball to realize how good Nikola is. Mr. Jokic is. He's real good. He does all the little things extremely well. And once he got that 3-point field goal percentage this year, I think it's over 50%. That's hella good. That's hella good. He's always been solid from the free throw line, and he's always been solid from the three-pointer, but his three-pointer has gotten even better this year. So even with the 10 years that he have in, I think he's good. I'm going to wrap this up. I won't keep you long, and I'm going to give you my final opinion. Remember, if you like today's content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. Thank y'all. Last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to let you get on out of here. In my opinion, yes. If he retires today, I would still put Nikola Jokic in my top 25 players of all time. Just for the skill set that he has, just for the dominance that he's been doing over the last few years, and just because we've never seen someone like him with no athleticism that can still control a game, do nothing flashy during the game, but be the reason that his team wins the game. He probably should have more MVPs. He probably should have got it that year. They gave it to Joel Embiid because they didn't want to give it to Jokic again. And that year, he knuckled down and went and won a championship and said, now, y'all can give him that damn MVP, but I got a championship and a finals MVP. So, to me, yes, Nikola Jokic, if he retired right now, will be an all-time great. And I have him right now, today, as of today, I got him in my top 25. If he continues to go on to play and be the force that he is and do what he's been doing, he'll quickly move up into my top 15 and top 10. Definitely, if he get one more championship or 2 more championships, I'm going to slide him into my top 15 and top 10. So, on that note, I've been Sean Mack, and this is Sports Fans Only. Holla.